Now, throughout the entire country, the COVID outlook is steadily improving, but officials in Delaware County do not want to lose sight of the devastating impact the virus has had on the community over the last 2 years. Eyewitness News reporter Joe Holden joins us from Media, where a memorial was held for more than 1,800 residents who lost their lives to COVID. Joe, good evening.
Yuki, good evening to you. That is a staggering number when you take into account it has been exactly 2 years since we've been dealing with this thing we know as COVID. As the county officials were mapping out where we've been, where we're going, one woman passing by told our photojournalist it feels like it's been 100 years.
It seemed unreal.
Pennsylvania's first confirmed COVID case was here in Delaware County. The virus rearing its ugly head in early March 2020. Like covering a long-duration major storm, for many after 2 long years, it feels like the COVID storm that upended so many lives is leaving the coast and heading out to sea. The death toll in Delaware County, 1,800.
These are our family members, friends, neighbors, co-workers.
On Tuesday, county and state leaders held a vigil, remembering those no longer here due to COVID.
These are our parents, grandparents, spouses, siblings.
CBS 3 charted the darkest of days, from the local funeral industry buckling under the number of dead. Undertakers at one point left to bury triple the normal rate. In darkened classrooms, thousands of students learned virtually. We closed our businesses in the interest of safety and hedged bets on what did essential and non-essential business mean. There were few winners and many lives shattered, physically, mentally, financially. We searched for optimism.
You guys are amazing.
We celebrated frontline workers, rallying behind them for their courage. We saluted our school staff members, teachers, and principals. We paraded and declared victory for those who beat COVID when we knew very little about it. Then we had a vaccine. Frontline workers again scrambling, this time to inoculate the masses.
It's truly so hard to believe that 2 years ago, our lives were completely different than they are today.
Indeed, we did change our lives. And while we stopped to remember those no longer with us, a simple gathering of people like this shows we are in better days. And while we saw some of the darkest times, hopefully the darkest times we will ever see, there was optimism basically around every corner and in every story we were able and fortunate to tell. Live in Media, Joe Holden, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
And Joe, thank you so much for that.